Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. 6-year-old shoots teacher. I don't know if y'all have heard that or not, but we had a 6-year-old shot a teacher down the road here. I don't know, maybe about an hour and a half over towards the ocean. Newport News, where he shot her at. And there for a while, she was in a critical condition. They thought she might die. Last I'd heard, she was getting better. So I hadn't heard the fallout on it now. Don't know if she got worse or not. But last I'd heard, she was expected to make it. But there's something going wrong with these young people today. For a 6-year-old to come out there and start shooting people like that. I mean, it's crazy. And the first thing they want to do is grab a gun and shoot people. I don't understand it. You know, I I think they get no consequences at home for doing wrong. Is what I think. You know, you, you can't hardly correct one of them anymore, especially if you in a school district like that, if you're a teacher or a principal or something. For one of them to buck you on it and want to fight or pull a weapon on you or something. They're not used to getting corrected for doing wrong at home, I believe. And society now wants to let them all get away with that stuff. You look, and so when they grow up, they got no boundaries to keep them in. You look at all them riots that happened in what 2020 or 2019 where they took over them towns. One was up north somewhere. They took a police station over. They wouldn't. One of them places they had a whole, you know, like 5 blocks, and they wouldn't let nobody in or out as far as the authorities. It was crazy, and nothing ever come of it that I know of. But it's just getting so bad with them young people nowadays. I, the only thing I can think is that there's no correction being done at the house. Either the parents don't have the time to fool with them, they don't care about them, or they're scared of the kids. I don't know, but I mean, it's sort of like a tree or a rose bush or something. If you start it young and shape it the way you want it to shape, it'll grow up to where to be a good bush or a tree. But if you start out bad and don't protect it against the wind blowing it sideways and stuff like that, it's going to grow up crooked. I think has a lot to do with the young people problem nowadays. I mean, setting a kid in the corner don't do a darn thing to them. They don't remember that. They don't half the time they don't understand why they're sitting in a corner. I don't know. Maybe it does. That never bothered me. But it's bad when a 6-year-old does it. I can't even hardly believe it. That gun had to be loaded when he got it. Because there's no way at 6 I would have known how to load a handgun. Maybe a revolver I might could have figured it out from cowboy movies. But if it had a magazine in it, no, ain't no way I'd have known how to do it at 6. Oh, it's a sad state when you got kids that young pulling a gun out on people. I hadn't heard the whole details about what it caused it, why, or anything. But we got kids around here. We ain't never had any pull a gun out on a teacher. But we've had them get in fights with teachers, knock them down. We've had teachers go to the hospital because of them. Now these were grown kids, though. These weren't 5-year olds. I guess you could trip over a 5-year old, I reckon. But teachers ain't allowed to even touch them anymore. You know, you can't. You grab a hold of them to stop them from fighting, and they're gonna get on you for assaulting the kid. So I mean, their hands are tied. That's a dangerous job anymore, being a teacher. They got no recourse against a minor doing anything to them, and to get one expelled anymore is almost impossible. They don't want to. The school districts are too afraid of being sued over, you know, singling a kid out. You know what I mean? Her, heck, I don't know what it's called, but it's just they have a lot to worry about from the parents. And in today's time, people sue over any little thing, and so they don't back the teachers up any, and that's why the teachers get hurt and injured all the time. That's why you see them videos on here, kids going crazy in class and stuff, because you can't control them. They know that they're untouchable, and most everybody's got a camera on their hip anymore, so they'll film anything the teacher does. But I mean, when you've been have force put on you, there's no other way to end it but with force. And teachers they're in a world of hurt. I wouldn't recommend anybody being a teacher nowadays. You just got no backing from your bosses or anybody. But that was terrible, that little kid. From what I understand, they arrested him. But what do you do with a 6-year-old? I mean, where do you put him? I imagine they're going to be looking into his parents, see how he got a hold of that pistol to begin with. First, see whether it was a legal gun, and then see how he got a hold of it. That was just crazy. That happened, what, about a week ago, I believe. I don't know. It's getting bad out there when a kid as young as 6 does that. It ain't acceptable no matter how old a kid is or how old a person is. You got to be able to settle your conflicts without daggone pulling a pistol on somebody. That's what makes it so dangerous going out there. You don't never know who's carrying a pistol on them. You don't know how crazy he is. You don't know who you standing beside in the grocery store, how nuts that guy is. Well, y'all be good. We'll talk to y'all later.